Hello and welcome back to another Far Far West video. This is a solo hard difficulty run. I've only played 2 of them solo, and I stupidly didn't record the first one. So I discovered an elemental combo that is devastating to say the least. Check this out. Bunch of exploding geezers. You can also get lightning explosions with them too, but for some reason... Oh, look at that mess. But for some reason, it wasn't really working on this one. And I'm pretty sure you can friendly fire yourself with it, and you will see exactly what I mean by that in a second. I realized that was a waste, so when I found the chest there, I made sure to open it in case there's more healing inside. Just watch this. Pretty sure a chunk of that damage was from myself, but everything is just dead. I feel like that guy from Lost in Time Atlantis movie from like the 2000s who was really into dynamite. He was just like, oh, it was a sign from God. I don't know if anyone's gonna get the reference. Great movie, by the way. I'm just trying to speedrun this because doing hard solo is very hard. Even with a proper setup. I was expecting the fire explosions to blow that building, but I missed the fireball. I was throwing with expecting more drop than there was. I was trying so hard to find where you could see a guide to what the pattern would be. But unfortunately I couldn't find any guide to see the order of the levels. Consequently, I just ended up following them. Eventually, I figured out the pattern. Let's look to see if there's anything down. Let's go into the closest ones first. Seems kind of obvious in hindsight. This is when I realized, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's like, oh, it's a pentagram. Or a star, rather. Before a game that has somewhat occult magic. It just seemed to fit. Or it could have been a sheriff's star, I guess. Here, my aim was not the best. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. I promise I'll shoot better later. Oh wow, this is so bad. Wow. This is embarrassing. I'm gonna have to clip this. Again, I missed with the fire. Here I just decided to leave the joke with Clark. The fact that the dash launches you a little bit, I thought that was one of the flying skeletons, it's the moon! Oh my gosh. And same as the fact that the dash launches you a little bit and you don't have double jump kind of makes platforming and jumping up to things a bit awkward. But the movement in general is really fun. It feels like bunny hopping, which I never got the hang of, but for some reason this works fine for me and my brain. This time I got the combo right. Just casual devastation going on in the background. I probably should have realized that it would immediately start the fight. But I wouldn't here because you heal 50 health when picking up a Joker card. So I very much just did hit and run while I was figuring out this guy's moves. I had fought him before, and so I hadn't been paying attention to all of it. So I was mostly relying on magic to do damage. One thing this build is great at is add clear, and one thing it's not great at is boss damage on bosses who move. The boss doesn't move, great. No, I stood too close, so then when I was moving too quickly, I should have backed up a bit. But if you get the combo under a boss who's staying there and just taking it, it does a lot. But it's my guns, that is a big chunk of health. There's one section where he stays there the whole time and it shreds. So on the house boss, this would probably be great, as well as the vulture. But on the train and the necromancer, I'm not too sure. I think it'd be better to go with one of the cactus builds. I love this snake animation so much. I probably should have put acid on the gun, to be completely honest. At the very least, if I hit with a fireball, I could even do the explosion damage. Yeah, I'm going to change the build to that. It makes a lot more sense. The fire is a holdover from when I was using the shooting cactus, whatever they call it. I don't know if it's actual Spanish or fake Spanish, it's a joke. Pistolero is what they have the name as. I don't know if it's actually the Spanish word for pistolero. But it is cool. If not, it's hilarious. Also, that damage, like, just look at that. It stayed in the whole time, and so much of its health is gone. But just, wow. It's so good. So on the vulture, this would absolutely destroy it, because it stays in one place the whole time. And even that brief time that was in the center of all that, it took so much damage. Guys down, but now here's where the chaos begins. Immediately you get swarmed like crazy. I was like, oh crap. The adrenaline from this run was absurd. I'm recording this audio right after this run, and I'm still feeling it. And here I was just like, scream. Okay, bye. Did he just make a noise like he was drowning himself? explosions to launch yourself, which makes escape better. Here, I was dumb and triggered a bunch of mines, which we love. We love doing that. This was just a bunch of kiting to get a big group to nuke. It's just so many things are just dead from that. It's so crazy. I love our combos so much. Here, I went for the heal, which was so worth the bit because of damage it took to get it on. I figured out the cooldown was essentially double. The guys who are high level do double the cooldown of the fireball. I was just like quickly trying to scan and see where everyone was. That's why I was flicking the camera so much. And this game is addictive. Like, it's ridiculously fun. I wholeheartedly recommend you check it out for yourselves. The other build was the acid geyser, the fireball, and the first lightning spell. I think it's just called lightning strikes. And then I had fire on the pistol, but I want to swap that out for acid. That's it. Thanks for watching.